So the title of this presentation is Oursky CI/CD in 2002. But actually, I originally want to make a POC or the new tools I want to use. But after I inspect so many recent project CI/CD settings, I discovered the situation is worse than I imagined. So, and if I think some of our colleagues has noticed that I keep opening issues in different projects this week and requesting some change on deployment or how you do continuous integration, how you use GitLab or Traverse. So probably some of you know what I'm doing. So after all, I said this is more on overview on the evolve of our CI/CD, how it starts, what is the spirit behind how we set it and how it evolved and how it become the current state and how this current state become not satisfactory from my point of view. Okay, so let's give everyone a bit of history of our CI/CD. So in 2008, we found the company, we already have a CI/CD pipeline. The project is still alive, actually, the billboard. We are using to build a Python project with continuous integration with test coverage. Okay, I remember the test coverage we said is like 60% of the AST tree. So yeah, this the requirement is our baseline requirement actually. Okay, so after times go, we go into who is talking? Let me see. For billboard, yeah. Ben remember that Ben set the first billboard for us. So after relocating, we start to use cap, and then we use fabrics. And in 2002, when the headcounts grow, we start to have multiple projects. If everyone know what is billboard or what is cap does, it's basically it makes the CI/CD setting a big overhead for each project. Basically, we need to set up a bunch of things for each project. So at that time, we are facing some things that we cannot maintain the CI/CD for each project. This doesn't make sense economically. And at that time, Traverse, we adopt Traverse, okay? Actually, I think Traverse is like fine in 2011. So we adopt it after like 1 year is fine, it's got tractions. At that time, it is the only CI that can build iOS app, as I remember. And it's basically perfectly fits into our team size. And we remove all our maintenance of continuous integration or testing pipeline. So we just pay Traverse and it do the job for me. And then after Traverse, after we add Traverse for a while, because Traverse is very GitHub-centric, workflow. And actually, my spirit is I want everyone, developer, not only developer, but PM and also QA can have some sort of control on the deployment stack. So we add basically a Slack bot that enable people to some sort of control of the deployment using chatbot. And then times go and Docker try to start to kick in the industry, and things go complicated, build time got prolonged and whatever. And of course, with the local.js popularity, things go wild. And in 2019, we try to explore back to host our GitLab runner, because if the build time is prolonged, so long, it's like 30 minutes for our project, okay? And then we have 10 projects, and if we pay Traverse to make the queue is empty, it's basically like paying like 10,000 US per year, maybe. So it's just too expensive. And we are at a team size of 50. So I think it's maybe worth to bring back some maintenance, some self-hosted machine that's worth the money or worth the effort because our team size is bigger. Okay, so let's we have some coverage on 2018, actually 2006, 2015 and 2016 is my last big update on the CI/CD pipeline to the Oursky, and then after this, basically I hand off and let each individual developer to evolve around the infrastructure I set. And the original infra I set is very simple. It's just like this. Okay, it's just like this. Okay, this Fasten is the deployment machine. Okay, and for its status, all the state is on this. This is private link. All the log is on this. We do not pay for S3 for logging, and this is very GitHub centric. So everything is GitHub centric. You can see the Slack. Okay, a Slack is basically using the Hubot to control the GitHub deployment event, and Fasten is basically hooked to the deployment event. So in theory, we can actually in some project already we have Travis CI to trigger the deployment event and trigger Fasten deploy. Also, this is a story we are very simple. You can see in the screen, this is just one loop, and there is easy to understand. Okay, this is in 2016. Okay, so after 4 years, low-back update is work somehow. Okay, for FD we add App Center, but it's not complicated things. So I do not involve. People keep using .view or whatever they want. I just do not involve on that. This just lets the developer to have the freedom to choose whatever platform works. Okay, and the things did not go viral. Just 1 or 2 applications will beyond the 30 minutes mark, so I can leave it. But in this year, actually in 2009, with our adoption in microservice, microfinance, the quantity change leads to quality change. So we inspire clean build, right? So when Docker base, that means we need to pull the base image every time. And Node.js is just downloading the internet. Our head count is double. So basically, and Fasten is capable to concurrent deploy. And we use this for like 5 years until we discover this is not capable of concurrent deploy because our head count hits those things. Okay. So it's just no one wants to use Travis. Okay. So and we value freedom. What we mean freedom is people when discover Travis is not working. Okay. So originally, when we like click deployment, Fasten will build some in the old day. Fasten will build the Docker image. Okay, but because it's too slow, so people start to use GitLab registry because it's free. Okay, and then some other projects is start to use Google Cloud Build, but it's removed another problem because Google Cloud Build and Travis is not synchronous. So the continuous delivery on master branch is gone. Okay, and Google Cloud Build, of course, we use GRC.io, so Google container. And if the project is open source, someone is using QIO. Okay, and with SkyGear, because SkyGear build image for us, some project we just do not build the image and push the SkyGear to build the image. And of course, some use the Cruise all day Travis to build the image, and some still using Fasten to build the image. So there is a lot of freedom. Okay. And the last year attempt by Stevens is adding yet another option to everyone. Okay. So it's GitLab Runner. Okay, GitLab Runner is, I think, is the minimal cost we would pay to maintain a CI pipeline. Okay, because setting up like Jenkins is the overhead is still too high for me actually. I think, but for GitLab Runner, because GitLab have the web interface, GitLab has the open source library. Okay, so we can leverage many open source libraries and things like that to glue our workflow. to glue the workflow together without paying much, but still we got some helpful features, CI experience, okay? And of course, because GitLab is a company, I think it's this kind of after GitHub is bought by Microsoft, and then people want to try GitLab, and we already very good, get used to GitLab because QA is like using GitLab with some success, and someone use GitLab for this B registry, and GitLab one is basically enable us to build iOS app, okay, and this is very nice. And if we are using GitLab one, we do not need to face a problem that is very difficult on Travis is how to put the private key on the CI, okay, because the machine is owned by us. We just put the private key by the admin, just put in the key chains and things will work, okay. This is better in security sense because the keys never check in the repository, never go through to the internet and so that. Okay, so the attempt is, you see there is 26 to do for Stephen, and he finished it. And but it's also create some maintenance works, okay. And after all these things, the next slide is showing what is current status. So the graph is actually go very well. Actually, I already live with it with like the past half and years, because the lead developer will fix this for me. It's a lot involved me to handle these complications, okay? So I do not do anything, okay? But there is some trigger for me to give this presentation, and before I do any work to our CI/CD pipeline, I want to align everyone first. First, Fasten is using a deprecated API, so Fasten will be gone. Okay, I forgot I forgot exactly the date it will come, but like before I think before July, we can still use Fasten, but by then we need to say goodbye to him. Okay, and yeah, Carmen asked me to skip these slides. Okay, and so with the trigger, and then I look back to the picture, I think it's just really complicated, okay? I know our engineer is very good at handling complications and make things work, but especially our lead engineer, but it's like such freedom or without contract, so many paths is create some unexpected behavior. Like if this is a more project, a junior developer will go into the CI pipeline and like take reference of one of his trusted lead engineer previous project, and then just apply that repo, okay? And then it's kind of, it still works, kind of work, but sometimes the complication is unnecessary. For example, if this is a static website and then you still use the whole Docker things, Kubernetes, whatever, it just doesn't make sense, okay? But yeah, and people start to ask me for random resources, okay? For example, like Gatsby, he wants to use like Google Cloud container registry, but he is not in our Sky project, and then he wants to open a new one, and they incur some cost, and then he asked me if I can grant him. But normally I will grant him, but it's another trigger. I think, probably we will spend so much. We will have so many different like cloud account, for example, S3 or whatever, and then we did not bookkeep it, right? Actually, no one wants to bookkeep in our Sky, and until the bill come in and we think this is very expensive, and then we look into it, and then that's it. But the bill already paid, and we usually do not do clean up things like that. So and yeah, and if the thing is slow, people will skip it. Okay. when I'm making this slide this week, I discovered there is 2 projects in Oursky. It's building manually without CI, and I don't know, and the PM don't enforce it, and the tech leads don't bother too. Okay, because yeah, it takes time to set up, right? And especially when we set up CI, the round trip is equal to the time your job pushed in the CI is in the time of the job is used and the queuing time. So when people working on CI, especially when at the project setup, is very often you need to check in 3 or 4 times or more to make the CI work smoothly. Okay, each time it takes you like 30 minutes or hours. Okay, then you just set up the CI for with a day. So I can understand why PM skip it, because yeah, this is a lot of time, right? A day for a CI, right? But if he build manually, it's like cost the developer every day like 10 minutes. Okay, so the PM may live with it, but it's forgo many good points CI have, like the continuous testing and some make the feedback run quicker and make it transparent to other developers, and make sure and more importantly, make sure the code is not only built on the developer machine. Okay. Oh yeah. So I want to back into basic, and this meeting is actually align everyone, and I want to propose some suggestions, and probably it will be the next quarter OKR, but still open to discussion. So back to basic, what I want to enforce back is first we want to enforce scripted tasks. Okay, does not mean we allow all scripting tasks. Okay, I want to allow one kind of entry point. Okay, and is to also I want to reinforce back the requirement on the PM team on the requirement of the continuous integration setup. Okay, and of course I will enforce this by improving the CI pilot to make it economically feasible. Okay, and also I want to encourage again to QA and PM have some sort of control of how to deploy which version. Okay, I think one of the lessons we learned from the big project is we set up the CI kind of correctly on that project, but we have development that every developer will push and deploy, and that development keep breaking. Okay, and the QA cannot test on the development. Okay, and we do not have QA controllable test deployment for them to test, so it makes them very difficult to work. This is one of the good perspectives we have in that project. So I want to fix it all together. Okay. So being said that, I'm not foregoing the freedom that every developer will be able to enjoy nowadays, especially it may be involve the client requirement on where to deploy, like Google Cloud or Azure or AWS. Okay, but my key point is I want to agree with some contract in this presentation, or I will suggest a contract in this presentation, and everyone has time to raise your concern. Maybe you don't like this technology, you like another one or whatever. I do some comparison on different tools or workflow. Of course, not exhaustive. Maybe someone is no more than me, but I want to propose this. The contract will be introduce 3 new technology someone already using. First, I want all the scripting entry point to be Makefile. Okay. Specifically, I want actually there is some attempt in the security perspective to have a make secret target. So I want to specifically the new contract will be require everyone to have a simple make CI command that is aimed for the CI to run. Okay. I do not want anyone to write complicated GitLab CI YAML again, okay, or write the condition in the Travis ORML, okay. It makes things very difficult to trace, okay. Okay. Another one is Ansible. If there is someone already know we are using Flag originally on Bison, okay. But I think a Fabric is imperative rate of doing deployment, okay. So it's have a great capability. Basically, you are just running SSH and remote command, okay. So it's very flexible, but it's also very difficult to audit and understand, okay. Basically, you need to read the whole file, especially for deployment script. We will not require you to have a code review or whatever. So the code is just procedural normally, okay. So I want to have more declarative software. That is Ansible. This is for deployment with actual machine, okay. Ansible basically capable of doing what Fabric is doing, okay, but in a declarative YAML file, okay. So I'm not going to show it now. I will open a Basecamp message and people can counter suggest. And there is actually other option other than Ansible, okay. I think to make the choice, I will host another meeting that introduce Ansible. And if anyone want to promote his choice of tools to become the new contract in the coming Oursky CI/CD is welcome. And then we will discuss in that presentation sessions. And finally is Ham. Okay, Ham, I think without much debate, okay, for all resources or all deployment target that is target to Kubernetes, okay, we will be required to use Ham, okay. You can still argue with me using you use different, okay, Kubernetes orchestration templating tools, but this one I think this is quite dominant, okay. And you can challenge, but SkyGear already uses. I will make Carmen to have a presentation of how to make a Ham deploy. Of course, simplify the version, not complicated as SkyGear. Okay. And so this is the three things I want to promote, and I will host another present on Ansible and Ham. Ham, probably I will involve Carmen or Louis or whatever who have more experience on Ham. And Ansible, I will do another presentations. And basically, that's it for today. I just want to, before I do anything, I just want to alert everyone. This is the problem and our current status and my wish to make it better, okay? So anyone have any QA questions?有冇人有問題啊？用廣東話問一次。有沒有人有問題啊？好辛苦啊！我對住個空氣講嘢。
你嘅諗法就係即係總之大家，因為其實而家大家用好多唔同嘅嘢，又用唔同嘅 language，又用唔同嘅 framework，乜柒都有。咁總之咧，我唔理你用咩方法，總之咧你咧就整到一係你就整到個 make file 出嚟，一係你又用 Ansible，一係你又整到個 help 俾我咁樣就。
冇錯，唔係應該係咁講，佢哋係呢三個係相對。Okay, let me recap in English. So yes, I want to still give you the freedom, but I want to have a starting point to trace if I am like a tech not involved like me or like if there is any code review sessions. Any developer know all project in our Sky will start with these three contract, okay? And because Ansible, like Makefile actually is just an entry point, right? You can run Yarn or PIP or Go build whatever in Makefile, but I need an entry point because now I review many projects this week. It's always require me to read through the repo like 15 minutes or 30 minutes to understand how the CI is going on. Okay. Of course, I also want to make some convention. For example, where to paste the deployment script forever. And please try stop to use complicated shell script for deployment with if then else. And basically, the psychometric complexity of such still script is never past our static analysis if I apply static analysis for shell script. So I just want to stop people doing complicated things and with a new entry point for everyone, okay? And we need to enforce this. So we just enforce the minimal things and you still have to do that. Because like Ansible have Kubernetes plugin and have SSH plugin, have Docker plugin, whatever. So, but it's still declarative, and those commands is basically kind of like Fabric. You can run it yourself in local. Yeah. Because I remember at the time, Fabric still do not support Python 3. People don't read Fabric just purely for this reason, and switch to other tools.
So when you say like the Makefile is like make CI, do you actually mean like make CI actually is doing both CI and CD?
No, so CI and deploy is different.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually, I see this make deploy. Okay, some projects do this and some projects do.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, so I just want to. I don't want to all your command choice or naming choice, but we require some naming convention here. Okay.
So standardize it.
Yeah.
想問下，例如你係想係成個例如個當 GitLab runner 咁樣啦，你就上高淨係想行個 make CI 就算㗎啦。但係有啲類似佢係需要裝啲GitLab Travis check， 即係 change， 即係 detect 翻嗰個。
install 係兩樣嘢嚟嘅 ，install 就 install，install is installation。OK。
我覺得 OK， 但係去到一個位就係、即係佢因為而家通常就係會有個唔知乜乜 change， 即係 git change 嗰樣嘢，跟住睇到個 folder 冇 change， 跟住你先行嗰啲 command 噶嘛。嗰、個都係喺翻個 Travis 或者 GitLab runner 嗰個 YAML 度做嘅。
OK，this one actually I can